Hello and welcome everyone to another video. And today's video I will be showcasing my Gwyndalia. I hope I'm not pronouncing it wrong. Gwyndolin, sorry, Gwyndalia. It's literally Gwyndolin, the owl. This was like kind of a guaranteed event where we had like a flip card event, and there was like 100 fragment. It's technically guaranteed a 20 sacred for, and I went for it because it has like the owl has a decent passive, which is unique passive. Where like this champion's crit damage increased by 1 for every not this one. It grant an extra turn after this champion uses 3 skills. And the thing about it, it's like every 3 skills, it doesn't have to be 3 turns. It could be counter attack, it could be ally attack, it could be anything. Okay, every time this champion hit, go attack, use A1, it will count. So I was like, that's actually decent, that's actually nice. And the other abilities aren't even average or below average, they are great. Like you saw the passive, she like the owl gets 1 crit damage for every 10 accuracy, and usually in every dungeon you at end game you will get easily 250 accuracy from great hole bonuses and from your gear, which mean you will gain 25 more crit damage, and that's like a decent push, you know. So what's the owl's stats? Stats like attack is insanely good, 1520. That's a lot, okay, for a champion that is not supposed to be an arena nuker. Gwendalia's closest champion, Gwendalia is like, I say it's like a slightly lower version than Razelvarg, because both have 2 AUEs and both have 3 turn AUEs. So that's decent whenever you see 3 turn, both 2 AUEs. That's great. 102 speed, that's actually nice. An accuracy aura, which is good. I love accuracy aura. Accuracy aura is the most underrated aura in the entire game. People always go for the speed. In arena, that's understandable, but outside arena, I think accuracy is the best aura. This might not be the highest, it's only 60, but usually if the champion has 80 accuracy aura, that's an accuracy chest. So that's how much accuracy is. So what's the A3? A3, attack all enemy, AoE hit. Before attacking, increase accuracy. Has 75% of stealing all block debuffs from all enemies. This has only one use in the entire PvE, which is in Hydra once Wrath has block debuffs. So Gwendalia will steal it if they have it, if the Wrath has block debuffs. This is the second part of the A3. If at least 1 block debuff was stolen from the enemy, places block debuff on all allies for 1 turn. So this is like a very conditional, but it's just so great when it happens. Because we all, like everyone, I could tell whenever, how does everyone lose in Hydra? Simple thing. It's always whenever Wrath, Rage gets increased attack, block debuffs, and then nuke. So whenever Wrath has it, you just steal it. Gwendalia will steal it. So pretty much Gwendalia didn't need the second part, but this is like, you know, like the top of the cake. Like this is just a solid add to the A3. Now A2, which is the harder hitting one, attack all enemies, 75% placing, decreases speed and leech. So it's probably one of 2 nukers in the entire game, one of 2 PvE nukers that places decreases speed. I think it's a 3. But the other 2 are unconditional. The other 2 are Supreme Galek and Tunisia. Tunisia, like the boss has to have below 50, has to be below 50 turn meter, which is kind of hard to get, because Hydra usually, if there is no decrease of speed, they will instantly be above 50%. And the other one is Supreme Galek, which is easier to get because Supreme Galek does it as long as the boss is above 50% turn meter, which is easier. So yeah. Decrease the speed, decrease the speed and leech on all enemy for 2 turns. Also place decrease accuracy if the enemies are under 2 or more debuffs. In Hydra, will always happen, and decrease accuracy is by far the most underrated debuff, because every time there is a decreased accuracy and you have a late game to end game gear, you will by default resist all of the debuffs, and in so many cases this will just be like, you know, like will prevent decay from stealing your buffs, because if you have it up. So where do I use a Gwyndolin? I technically built her like last week, So wait, before using her, let's just showcase the gear. So I know everyone is building her in Relentless, which I didn't, simply because I don't have enough good pieces. Because good pieces to stay in my account, it must have speed, crit rate with high rolls. So I built her with Slayer and speed. So technically, Slayer, I would say Slayer is much better version of Relentless, because if the champion has AoE, because Relentless is 17% to get an extra turn, but Slayer is 4 pieces of Slayer fill the turn meter by 5% for each enemy hit by AoE. And in Hydra or in PvE, there will always be 4 at least enemies. If it's a wave, there will be 5. If it's a Hydra, there will always be 4. So in the one situation where like Relentless is better is like Clan Boss. And you get lots of bonuses on the way. 5 crit rate, 15 crit damage, 5 speed, 15% sorry crit rate, and the 6-piece one, which is the most insane one, ignore 30% of the enemy's defense when using AoE skills. So my pieces here aren't the most ideal. Like, look at this bad banner. This is by far one of my worst banners, but the problem, Gwyndolin is in a faction that is stacked with good attack champions. So what do I mean by those? Because we have Razelvarg, Wukong, and Rat King. So this is not even my best. I think this is not even my... Wait, where is Wukong? Yeah, I don't have great banners for Skinwalkers. But yeah, even if I have a good one, it will always go to number 1 Wukong, number 2 Razelvarg, and or Rat King. So it depends on whoever I'm using it. And the 4th best banner goes to Gwyndolin. I have her at low accuracy because again I use accuracy aura. So what's the okay, look at this rank. It's a defense rank, but hey, I needed the 6 pieces bonus, right? This one is not ideal. I actually spent a bunch of dust to get this to crit damage. Just because like a 5-star piece is better than 6-star piece if the 5-star is a Slayer and on a Slayer set, because you get 15% crit damage here, and on the 7th you get another 15%. So if I get another piece, I will hopefully banner. I will actually use it. The problem with the one I get, I think resistance one. No, not even resistance. Oh wait, I hate this new update. Yeah, it's resistance. This one is defense, and this one is a great banner, so I'm not gonna chaos order that. You chaos order this. Oh, it's already chaos order. Makes sense. So this is the gear. Masteries wise, I actually don't take life drinker anymore. Why? Because this champion has leech. It will always heal. I always use a support with these teams. So the heal is just preventing me from getting this one, because I do need this one in PvE a lot because I use her in PvE. And this one is kind of nice to use because sometimes you will do lots of damage to the points, which will make you reset the cooldown of your abilities, which are much better than Gwyndolin's A1. I went for this one here. Like, the main reason I went for the supported tree is because Lord of Steel works decently with the Slayer gear, because Slayer gear has so many bonuses, and I need this one for the many debuffs that Gwyndolin puts. I think Gwyndolin puts the 3 debuffs: decrease accuracy, leech, and decreases speed. I have her on cruelty, but I do believe the new blessing is actually much better. This one, increase the damage inflicted by this champion by 2% for every debuff they place successfully. So if you have her at 5-6 star, increase the damage inflicted by this champion by 3% for every debuff they places. So imagine in Hydra, she will put 3 debuffs on forehead. That's a 12 debuffs, okay? That will be easily up to 15%. So her damage will be multiplied by 15%, and here multiplied by 30%. That's insane, okay? But will this be better than Crushing Rend? I don't think so. So in 5-star, this is probably the best blessing on 5-star. Because the problem now, we don't have good blessing up to 5-star. So I think this one will be the best blessing at 5-star. But at 6-star, Crushing Rend would still be better. So since it's only 3-star, I'm just going to use her with Cruelty. So where do I use Gwyndolin? Well, let's just see if she can solo Nightmare. Okay, let's just see. Where is Gwyndolin? It's a Gwyndolin. Why do I keep saying Gwyndolin? It's literally Gwyndolin. Okay, I pulled that so I can now build pull my Lady Mikage. So let's see. Oh my, I have Artisan Helper in the back. So the Slayer set helps a ton. And these, oh my, that was beautiful nuke. So look at this. She's gonna get another turn, and another turn because she got another turn, right? And another turn because of the Slayer Gate. So she gets so many turns here. Let's do another one. So 2 AUEs weren't enough. I technically need to ascend her gear, and remember my ring is not attack, but hey, she was still able to do it. She's not one of the best, and she is weak affinity here, so at least she was still able to do it. So 20, I'm assuming 23. Yeah, 22 seconds. That's not my best champion to do it, but hey, if you have a Gwyndolin, you could do it. Another, can she do solo Minotaur? Let's see. What is Gwyndolin? Let's see if she can solo Minotaur. Wow, that was a big hit. That was a very big hit. Now she's gonna A1 and get another turn. And get another turn. No, Supreme Kale, Kale interrupted. But yeah, look how many turns she gets. And this is not even with Relentless. I mean, Slayer technically does the same amount if there is enough enemies. And look at this. Look how many turns there is because of her A1. Her A1 have 50% chance to increase the debuff by 1 turn. And it's a triple hitter. So technically it happens 1.5 every time she uses it. Like, look. 9, 9, 9, 10, 8, 9. Okay, 10, 11. So imagine in Hydra, you will never run out of debuffs. Okay, let me restart my game because Artisan Helper is kind of screwing up my game. Okay, we back. So that was a nice solo Minotaur. Now, is she good in Fire Knight? I've never used her in Fire Knight because any champion I use in Fire Knight must be a freeze champion. But hey, for Fire Knight, most people 99% farm stage 6. So I built this team for stage 6. Technically, we have guaranteed fusion, guaranteed. So this is probably the most budget. Sorry, I wouldn't say budget, the most accessible team, okay? Because all of these champions were available without pulling shard is a spending. Without the need to pull a specific champion, okay? So let's just see how it does. We have, I mean, I'm assuming Razelvarg will just humble Gwyndolin with his damage because Razelvarg is just a beast. So he decreases speed, weakened. Razelvarg will nuke. No, Gwyndolin stole the show because she's actually faster. I think Razelvarg will be jealous a bit now. At least he get to use his A3, but we don't have decreased defense and weaken. Now Gwyndolin will nuke because no, Razelvarg is like no, let me take it because of his passive. Every time he increases speed, he increases his speed. A1 here from Padrick. Padrick is actually the most insane champion we've ever had for like a guaranteed one. Let me know if you guys want to see a guide on Padrick. How did I build him? Because he is just insane. He helped to push my damage on so many dungeons and on Hydra. I use him in Hydra too. Gwyndolin is just taking a turn. After a turn, Gwyndolin and Razelvarg keep just like taking these turns. Newt here using his A1. Now we're back again on the ally attacker. This will drop the turn meter as low as possible. And then now Razelvarg and Gwyndolin will just finish the boss. No, they didn't. It was actually Staggy Knight. So Gwyndolin almost did half of what Razelvarg did. That's expected because Razelvarg is just a much better damage dealer. Because his damage is based off attack and speed, while Gwyndolin is attack and accuracy does help, but it does help slightly. So yeah, now moving into a Hydra. I used her on Hydra. And I will put the video at the end of this video, like how did the Hydra run go. And this was my key. I used her on hardest specifically. Because hard on normal, I'll just try to push as much damage as possible. And Gwyndolin actually did much better than Sun Wukong, even though Sun Wukong is in a much better gear. Literally much better gear. I mean, Wukong's main damage dealer is his A2. His A3 and A1 doesn't do that much, while Gwyndolin has 2 AUEs. But it did much better than Solus, and Solus has my best defense Savage gear. Like, my best. But hey, Razelborg is on a different planet, from a different planet. I do have a guide on my Razelborg. It's on... I will try to put it at the end of this video. So if you want to see how did I build my Razelborg, you could just watch until the end. And in the end, it will suggest you the build of my Razelborg. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. This is the end of the video. Now we're just going to go and watch my Hydra run. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe because this is a new channel. As you can see, we only have 160 subs. So please, any sub is appreciated. Click all the buttons, ring all the bells, and see you after Hydra.